It had been a few months since Arshad had made the decision to move on. After his heartfelt conversation with Sarah, he had slowly started to rebuild himself. The pain of unrequited love was still there, lingering in the back of his mind. But he had learned to focus on his goals, his studies, and his future. He had started to find joy in the little things again, the quiet moments of peace by the lake, the laughter of his friends, and the satisfaction of working hard toward his degree. He was changing. The shy, withdrawn Arshad was becoming more confident, more determined. He had always been good at school, but now he felt like he had a purpose beyond just academic achievement. He was learning how to find happiness within himself, not in someone else's approval. One afternoon, as Arshad was leaving class, he bumped into someone unexpectedly, someone he hadn't noticed before. Her name was Iman, a new student who had transferred from another university. Arshad had seen her around campus a few times, but they had never spoken. She had a quiet, gentle aura about her, and something about her presence made him feel at ease. "Hey, are you okay?" Iman asked with a concerned look. Arshad had been lost, in thought, unaware that he had been staring at the ground as he walked. "Yeah, just a bit distracted," Arshad replied, giving a small smile. "Thanks for asking." Iman smiled back. "I get it. University life can be overwhelming. I'm Iman, by the way. I don't think we've met before." Arshad's smile grew a little more genuine. "I'm Arshad. I've seen you around, but we've never actually talked." "Well, now we are," Iman said playfully. "So, what's been keeping you so distracted? School? Life?" Arshad thought for a moment. For the first time in a while, he didn't feel the urge to hide his emotions. Maybe it was the sincerity in Iman's voice, or maybe it was because he was tired of pretending everything was fine. "To be honest, it's a mix of everything. I've been trying to move on from some things, trying to focus on myself." Iman's eyes softened and she nodded. "I get that. Sometimes it feels like life is just a series of things we're trying to move on from." Arshad was taken aback. It wasn't often that someone was so open, especially with someone they barely knew. "Yeah, exactly," he said, his voice quiet but thoughtful. "But I think I'm getting there." "That's good to hear," Iman said with a gentle smile. "Take it one step at a time, Arshad. You've got this." They talked for a few more minutes, and as they parted ways, Arshad felt something he hadn't felt in a long time, a sense of peace. It wasn't love, but it was the spark of something new, something worth exploring. Over the next few weeks, Arshad and Iman started to spend more time together. They would study together in the library, have coffee breaks between classes, and talk about everything from their childhoods to their dreams for the future. Arshad found himself enjoying her company, and for the first time, he realized that it was okay to feel something for someone else. But unlike his feelings for Natsia, there was no pressure. There were no expectations of perfection. Arshad didn't need to be anyone other than himself around Iman. She liked him for who he was, and that felt like a breath of fresh air. One afternoon, as they were sitting at their usual coffee spot, Iman turned to him with a thoughtful look. "Arshad," she said, "I'm really glad we met. You're one of the most genuine people I've come across, and that's rare." Arshad smiled, feeling his heart lift. "Thanks, Iman. I'm glad we met too." It wasn't love yet, but it was something. It was the start of a new chapter for Arshad, and he knew that this was just the beginning of a long and beautiful journey, one that he was no longer walking alone.